Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. Are you seeking something? Are you trying to change something in your life? Maybe relationship, finance, health, self-esteem. If you are, there is a very simple secret weapon. Really, really simple. That's gratitude. You don't have to be anything to be grateful. You don't have to have anything to be grateful. But when you are moving into gratitude, you can see more beauty in life. And you can see life flowing through you effortlessly. Why? Because gratitude is the antidote for judgments. Judgments are the ones that separate us from this infinite universe. When you move into gratitude, judgments cannot stay in your universe. Okay. So today we are going to talk to an expert on gratitude. For me, she is an embodiment of gratitude, Mrs. Bhagyalakshmi Murali. She has been facilitating and healing people for decades with immense caring and kindness. She's going to talk to us, give us more insights, inspire us to move into gratitude. If you didn't know, we are doing 21 days gratitude challenge in our FB group, like Key Mastery. You can join, but today let's talk to Mrs. Bhagyalakshmi Murali, my mommy. Actually, when we attended a class together, people automatically assume that we are mother and daughter, and we are maintaining it for years now. Mommy, thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm looking forward to your incredible insights and experience. So please tell us your take on gratitude, please.
Hi, Nila. At the outset, I need to express my gratitude to you.
Oh, received
for
with.
inviting me to spend some time with you.
Thank
I was
you.
absolutely delighted at the prospect of it. And yeah, if you have lived for over 6 decades, I guess you know a little bit about gratitude. So I think if we are the energy of gratitude, every moment of every day can become a Thanksgiving day. I don't know why we celebrate it just like once in a while. But if we can choose to be grateful, then everything turns out to be different. Every opportunity looks like a blessing. Even though sometimes it might seem like a negative thing, it can lead us to something greater. Why? Because we are functioning from the attitude of gratitude. So the willingness to allow gratitude to be the master key that can open any lock, whether it is health, we're looking at changing relationships, our financial situations, our work, everything. When we are functioning from gratitude, we function very differently. We don't take anything for granted. We do not take anyone for granted, which includes ourselves, by the way. And then where there is great love, there is gratitude. Where there is gratitude, there is great joy.
Sorry, Mommy, yes. Can you repeat that for me? Sorry, I interrupted.
No, I just said where there is great love, there is gratitude. And where there is gratitude, there is great joy and great love.
Thank you so much. I jumped on what you said about taking us for granted. That's something I do very frequently, and I catch myself doing it recently. So can you talk more about it, please? How can we be grateful for ourselves first?
Yes. So everything begins with us. So it's like the root. People are looking at the fruit and trying to sweeten it. If we were to take care of the root, the fruit would automatically be sweet, isn't it? So it is like this until we hit a block, until we fall, or until we are like sick, or until something happens. We just treat our bodies like machines that don't need to be fed, hydrated, rested, relaxed. We just expect it to be functioning perfectly all the time, while not giving it the resources to do that. How many times do we skip our meals? How many times do we not drink water? How many times do we not move enough? The body was designed for movement. How many times do we miss our sleep? So many things. So the idea is like if you have a vehicle, you have to get it insured.
Right.
Many of us don't have medical insurance. We expect our bodies to be healthy with our incredibly unhealthy lifestyles.
True. So what do you suggest for people to move into gratitude for themselves and their body?
So the moment you wake up, the moment we wake up, we can start. I am so grateful to be alive and breathing on my own.
True.
The many who are not. I'm so grateful for this body that has been working endlessly, tirelessly, while I have been sleeping. The mind sleeps, the body doesn't. Imagine the heart thinking, let me sleep. I've been so tired. I've been working for 6 decades.
Yeah.
Not a good idea at all. So when we realize that these trillions of cells are working together to keep us going, that every little action and everything that we do, there is a lot happening simultaneously. You know, the moment you are aware of an ant on your foot, the mind immediately tells us, you need to take care of something here. So if the body and the mind are working together to keep us going through life, how can we take it for granted?
Exactly.
So the thanks that we give ourselves, I'm so grateful for today. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to live another day on this incredibly beautiful planet. I wonder what I can do to take care of myself a little better than I did yesterday. There is no judgment here. One of the reasons I asked you, like, which call is this, number which, because you would have said everything about gratitude. I'm not sure there's anything left for me to share, but this is what it is. We have been taught to not actually focus on ourselves. We have been programmed to think that if you think of yourself, you're egotistical. If you take care of yourself, that's selfish. Wouldn't want to be selfish. So then, because we were implanted with those thoughts early in our lives, we believed, because it came from people we trusted, and not that they intended to harm us in any way. They were taught what they were taught, so they just passed it on to us.
Yeah.
So then we believed that that is true and neglected ourselves or took ourselves for granted, or believed that it's okay to not take care of ourselves. But the price to pay for that, it is a little too high. So what we can do is to awaken every morning with that energy of thanksgiving for ourselves. I'm so grateful to myself. I'm so grateful for myself. I wonder what I can do different today. That would be a contribution to my body. That would be a contribution to my mind. That would be a contribution to my soul. If we can function body, mind, and spirit as a unit instead of separate, then I don't think we will take ourselves for granted.
Right. Thank you so much.
willingness, the willingness to allow this idea of prevention is better than care will help us to move towards self-care, self-love in a way that we will not take ourselves for granted.
Okay.
I've noticed that when there is a sprain or a break or something, we miss walking so much, get frustrated, I'm not able to move about it. But when we are moving about, tired as we may be, we never think twice about thanking ourselves.
Right. Thank
So
you.
one thing about gratitude can be how many times in a day can you be grateful for yourself, grateful to yourself. And if it is like 5 times today, maybe it will be 7 times tomorrow and 10 times the next day. And over a period of time, we will not have to shoot on ourselves to do this. It will come naturally, spontaneously, organically.
That's a nice practice, actually. Yeah. So I've been recommending people to do gratitude list every day, either in the morning or in the night. Initially you don't find much to be grateful for, but just for the sake of doing the list, you will start tuning into things that you can be grateful for. You will start looking for things to be grateful for. But this practice is also going to be extremely helpful, just giving you a goal of, okay, today I'm going to be grateful for 3 times at least, right? Right? Maybe after a week, you can say, maybe I'll increase it to 10 times. And then it becomes you don't have to practice it. That is kind of inculcated in your psyche, and you are grateful for you all the time, and you are the common denominator in your life. You are there everywhere in your life. So when you are grateful for you are grateful for everything. So thank you, mommy, for that.
So you may be moving from one room to another. You may be going up the lift or coming down the lift, or like doing some routine thing. You could just say, what can I be grateful to myself for right now?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be anything very big, right? It doesn't have to be anything, any big achievement. It can be, I'm able to climb up the stairs. I gifted a smile to a stranger. It can be it's that simple. Right?
Yesterday, Vivek and we saw a young man, a stranger, and I tapped him on the shoulder. I said, "You have such a wonderful smile." He looked a little surprised.
Wow.
And he said, for that, I think I need to thank my parents.
Right.
Wow. And I didn't want to sort of prolong the conversation, so I nodded. But the thing is, your parents did create you. But whether to smile or not to smile is your choice.
True. That's very, very true. Yeah.
Yeah. So the willingness to make gratitude an attitude, a way of life, is something that we can adopt at any time.
True.
So no matter what happened in the past or what we were taught, not taught, told, not told, or whatever, in this moment we can start.
True.
Every moment could be a new beginning.
Exactly. Thank you for that. And I have a deeper question. Sometime back, I did a EFT call on body shame. So one of the rounds was about accepting what is here right now. And there was a comment stating that, no, I can't accept my ugliness. I can't accept my creepy skin, etc. Okay, so there was so much resistance there. So my question would be how people with such resistance can still find something to be grateful for, or how they can flip that around.
Yeah. So the skin is the largest organ in the body, and it mirrors back to us what we are thinking, feeling, emoting. So one of the reasons the skin is the way it is because what it is that we are feeding it is either making it glow or not.
Mm.
So when we, like I said, mind, body, and spirit, when we tell people your body is not independent of your mind, so whatever you're thinking about it, it's going to make it true.
Mm.
So if you are judging your skin, it's going to be what you're judging it.
Right.
That is the level of loyalty the body has. So if you think it is messed up, it is. If you think it is ugly, it is. If you think the skin is whatever it is, it will be that. Not because it wants to. The body always wants to be in a state of well-being, vibrant, radiant health and well-being. But if you say this is what it is, it will create it. That is the level of caring the body has for us. So when we suggest this ugliness or whatever you think it is, where did you get that idea from? Like, who told you? Did anybody say to you when you were growing up that you were ugly? Did you buy into a point of view that was not yours? If it is not yours, it would be easier to live. But if it is yours, who are you comparing yourself with? That you define yourself as ugly.
True, yeah.
I grew up with people judging me for my teeth. Got a gap in the middle of my teeth. They used to call it Gateway of India. I used to say like...
I too have now.
Yeah, so I used to say like, I believe that if you have a gap in your teeth, you are very lucky. I'm grateful.
Oh. Like I recently read somewhere, in Japan, crooked teeth are fashionable. So people go to dentist and make it crooked. And I got it for free, naturally.
Me too. Me too. Fortunately, they're all there. So that is a blessing. Yeah.
Yes.
People take better care of their dentures than they take care of the teeth. Better care of their spectacles than their eyes. Because that came for free, right?
Right, true. Yeah.
Whatever is free, we will not value.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you ask questions, they will become more aware of what they are experiencing, what they are thinking, feeling. And say that, okay, if you feel like you cannot tap for that, you say, I am willing to let go of this. Because letting go is a problem, you can't. But if you express your willingness to
let go of, yeah.
That's the first step.
Yeah, yeah. So for me, the babies don't judge themselves for being messy, right? So babies are probably the most messiest when they come in. They're beautiful, innocent, but they are also messy. They don't compare them with anything else, anybody else. And they don't compare their skin. They don't compare their looks. They command service from everybody, right? And then we started picking up information, picking up judgments from everybody, and then we think this is how it should be. So think about the babies. If they don't judge, you didn't judge yourself.
Yes.
So whatever you are judging now is learned behavior, and you can flip it around and learn gratitude.
Yeah.
Gratitude for having the skin, right?
Yes.
Having the skin in the first place.
Yes.
People lose skin in accidents.
Yes, yes.
In diseases. So it is that looking at it differently, just taking a 180-degree turn. It doesn't have to be immediate, but just take tiny bit. Okay, so I have a good skin here. May not be everywhere. So I'll be grateful for that. So we can just start somewhere very, very in a baby step, I would say. Yeah.
So when we want to change our lifestyles or our mindset, there has to be something new that we learn, something different that we choose. But before we do that, I think there is a lot of unlearning that needs to be done.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
So we have to unlearn things that were drummed into us. We have to unlearn our habits and, choose healthier ones. And the idea is this, that no matter what has happened in the past or what is happening currently, it is an opportunity to grow.
Okay.
It's an opportunity to change. And every opportunity could be a blessing in disguise. Oftentimes in disguise, because it looks horrendous, it looks bad, it looks difficult, it looks terrible. But in it, there is some learning, something that will change us for the better if we choose it. So that makes us grateful for challenges also that show up inevitably in life. So the more grateful we are, the easier it is to adapt.
Yeah. It's not that, saints and healers or facilitators don't face anything in life. They do, but the way they respond is different.
Yes.
And when we choose response than reaction, then what is there also changes with us. We become bigger than the challenge when you choose response, right? So that's my opinion. So one question, Mommy, people with depression, they often struggle to even, face day-to-day challenges. Day-to-day living is difficult for them. How do you think they can incorporate gratitude in their life to make changes, or to have it easy, a little bit easier, even a tiny bit takes them a long way?
The interesting thing is, nothing happens suddenly. You don't wake up one morning 100% depressed. It's a gradual process. You feel unhappy about something, angry about something, frustrated about something, and you ignore those signs.
Right. Okay.
And when we ignore something, that doesn't go away somewhere quietly. It is suppressed energy. And over a period of time, it is going to grow and take over our lives. So like I said, nothing happens suddenly, especially things like this. So we have to go back to what could be the root cause for this. Because most ailments are psychosomatic. So we have to be willing to check what happened, when, where, how, which has triggered this, made someone feel that low, that bad about life itself.
Right.
So it is like going on a voyage of discovery.
Right. Okay. So
because you feel unsupported, you feel betrayed, you feel abandoned, you feel neglected. You're waiting for someone else to do for you something that you can and should do for yourself.
Right. So
and when it doesn't come from there, and you don't give to yourself, we are going to end up with those things.
Right.
So psychologically, everything that happens to us or fails to happen is going to impact our thinking. And there is a point of time where we come to a conclusion that life itself is not worth living.
Yeah. I've been there. Yeah.
So when we get to that stage, that is the extreme stage. But it doesn't go from 0 to 100 like that. So if we can catch it early, we can change it faster. Even if it is late, if people can find someone who will listen to them.
Okay.
Without interruption, without judgment, without advice.
Exactly.
Telling them what they should do.
I totally get you. Yeah.
like a sounding board.
Mm,
Just being heard and
mm.
listened to can make a difference.
Okay. So
So,
how do you think gratitude can help them? How can they find some gratitude somewhere?
yeah. So the idea is, to ask questions.
Okay. Mm,
What are you able to do in
mm.
spite of that depressed feeling?
That's a good one. Yeah. Okay.
What all are you able to do?
Mm.
You got up in the morning, you had a bath, you had your
Mm.
breakfast, you came here,
Mm.
whatever.
Mm.
How many things have you been able to do in
Mm.
spite of that challenge?
That's cool.
Can we be grateful for that?
Yeah.
The fact that you're coming and talking about it means somewhere there is a willingness to get out of it,
True.
to
And
embrace
also,
change.
if they can, people who are depressed, I've been there, and that is how I started on my our spiritual journey back in 97. And I have also been seeing a lot of my healer friends are going through this recently. I also had a difficult time this year in the beginning of the year. What helped me was finding people who can be there for you without trying to fix you. Right?
Yes.
That's very, very important. So
Yeah.
just
No,
there for you without seeing that as a problem, as something to be fixed by them. Especially people think that if somebody is struggling, they have to go and fix it. Not necessarily. When you don't have a projection that it's bad, it's wrong, then they can see that possibility too.
you mentioned healers specifically.
Mm,
So I would like to go there a bit, if I may.
okay.
And that is like most healers are empaths.
Mm,
So they can pick up your thoughts before you say anything.
mhm.
They can feel your feelings before you express them. And they can embody that ailment, that problem, that pain
Mhm.
as an empath.
Yeah.
So, which is why most healers, you said, are going through challenges. How many people are they healing, trying to heal, trying to stay connected with? It's an important question. So I want to be a brand new kind of empath.
Right.
And that kind of empath understands what you don't say because they're listening to what you're not saying, not just what you're saying. And they can feel what you're going through without taking on anything. By being that energy of holding space for someone. They're aware of something without embodying it themselves.
True. Yeah.
That can be a huge shift. Like when you go into a hospital, most people there are sick. And most others are sick and tired about other people being sick and tired. So in that environment, to be able to hold space, your own and for others.
Others, yeah.
Is a blessing.
In the how to say, in the name of being empathetic, don't go down with them, right?
Yes.
So you hold your space up there, wherever it is, and show people that there is a possibility up there. So come up, right?
If I jump into a ditch to push someone out, there are now 2 people in the ditch instead of 1.
Yes, that's what I
But
used to do.
if I'm strong and I give my hand, if it is asked for and only if it is asked for, then I can pull the person up. But
that's why self-care is so important.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
It all begins there.
Exactly.
But you will not take care unless you value yourself.
True.
And you will not love yourself if you don't value yourself.
Yeah.
They're all
I agree.
linked together.
Agree. So for me, what helped me was when, I was going through difficult time this year, beginning of the year, being in the nature and being grateful to the grass, being grateful to the trees, being grateful to the leaves in my small plants, everything that is, that I thought not me, basically. The trees are out there, but they are there for me.
Yes.
In a way, we are all one, but still, they are there for me. And they are giving me oxygen. They are giving a great treat to my sight. That really helped me.
Yeah.
Trees are neutral. They don't judge us. You don't judge them very much. So if you cannot be grateful for people, if you cannot be grateful for your life, find something neutral and see if you can be grateful for that. Yes.
Yeah. When you tell people, can you think of 3 things to be grateful for right now? Sometimes they find it very difficult.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Totally.
But there is some tree out there that is giving me oxygen right now. I don't know which one it is, but I can be grateful for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So many, like you said, simple things, which we tend to take for granted.
Awesome.
So I said, did you thank the flush that worked in your bathroom today?
Oh my God.
If it had not worked, then there would have been some mess.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you don't take anything for granted, even those smallest things, running water in the tap, the flush working, the vegetables that have come, we don't know who grew it, who brought it, who, it is on your table right now.
Yeah.
So if we look at it like that, there are like hundreds of things to be grateful for.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one last thing, do you have any real life experiences of gratitude changing lives for you or for your clients? You must have seen plenty.
I will have to search for one of them because there are so many.
Yeah. Okay. True.
Yeah.
Right.
So yesterday my brother sent me a message that God always answers prayers. I said, yes, he does. He, she, God, whatever. Sometimes the answer is no.
Nice.
You have to be willing.
Good one.
So the idea is, like when you live from that space of gratitude. Yesterday we went to meet a doctor for Murali, and we went and sat there, and he says, I know what you are thinking. I know what you want. I know what you're going through. I'll do my best to help you. For me, that is nothing less than a blessing. You don't have to explain to him this.
Right.
You just go and sit there, and for someone who's seen hundreds of people that day to tell you that even before you open your mouth, I think that's a blessing. Something to be grateful.
Yeah.
There are many like that.
Sorry, ma'am.
There are so many like that.
So many
every
like
day.
that. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for your graceful presence.
Thank you.
and insights that inspire many of us to keep going and incorporate gratitude in our daily life. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Yeah, there is something else I would like to share with you. Usually gratitude and thanksgiving happen after the event. Like somebody has given you something, you're grateful. Somebody has said something, so you are thankful. Usually it happens afterwards. I would like to request everybody to be grateful ahead of time. To be grateful before something happens. To be grateful before something comes into your life. And for that, I request that we use our imagination wisely, more effectively. Because with the imagination, we are always thinking of the worst case scenario and never what can go wrong.
We are all very good in that.
We're experts at that. So if we can combine gratitude with a sense of wonderment,
Mm. Mm.
then you're open to greater possibilities
Mm.
because the universe is full of wonders.
Right.
And
Mm.
if you are vibrating at that frequency of 540 hertz, which is gratitude,
Mm.
you become a magnet for attracting those.
Oh.
So when you have no clue
Mm.
what's going to show up, but you can be happy anyway,
Mm.
grateful anyway,
Mm.
open to receiving anyway,
Mm.
then miracles will keep showing up one after another. Because you are the energy that is an invitation for them to come to you. So a
Amazing.
sense of wonderment. I
Amazing.
wonder what's waiting for me today. I'm so
Mm.
grateful for that,
Mm.
even before it has shown up. Could be a
Beautiful.
good way to begin our day.
Beautiful. Very, very useful tip. That one is the last one you said.
Yes.
Be
Leave
great.
the best for the
Yeah.
last.
See, I think that should be our tagline. You have a groundbreaking tip at the end of the video. So watch completely.
Parting shot.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much,
I'm
Mommy.
extremely grateful to you
Oh.
for choosing to spend time with me. And I'm extremely grateful to all those who are there that I have no idea. They must be on Facebook or somewhere. And to those who will make time to watch this.
So
I'm
everyone,
extremely grateful.
please show your appreciation for Mommy for all. Bhagya Murali. Not just me, many people call her Bhagyamma, so you can be one of her children as well. So please show appreciation by commenting, sharing, liking the videos. Okay, thank you so much, everyone.
Many blessings.
Thank you, Ma. Bye.
Yeah, bye.